Picture this, the brightest lights in all of wrestling, shining down on one man who the entire world wanted to destroy. They booed him. They rejected him. They threw their hatred at him like weapons every single night for years. And yet, somehow, someway, that same man would rise from those ashes and become the most dominant, most feared, most respected force this industry has ever seen. This is the story of Roman Reigns. This is the story of complete transformation. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why his journey might be the most important wrestling story of the last decade. Right now, before we dive into this absolute roller coaster, I need you to do something for me. I need you to become part of the SLAMZONE family. Because what we're about to break down together, what we're about to experience, it's going to hit different. Hit that subscribe button right now. Tap that notification bell. Join thousands of wrestling fans who gather here every single week because we don't just watch wrestling, we feel it. We live it. And trust me, you're going to want to be here for what's coming next. Drop a comment below and tell me your honest thoughts on Roman Reigns. Love him? Hate him? Respect him? I want to hear it all, because this conversation, it matters. Let's go back. Let's rewind to where this nightmare began. WrestleMania 33. Orlando, Florida. The Undertaker's yard. Roman Reigns stands across the ring from the dead man himself, and you can already feel it in the air. The crowd isn't cheering for Roman. They're not behind him. They're against him. 75,000 people, and the majority of them want to see him lose. They want to see him fail. Can you imagine that pressure? Can you imagine walking into the biggest match of your career knowing that the world is rooting against you? The bell rings. The match begins. And with every Superman punch, with every spear, the boos get louder. This isn't just a wrestling match anymore. This is personal. The fans are rejecting everything about Roman Reigns. They're rejecting the push, the booking, the idea that he's the guy. WWE wants him to be the next John Cena, the next face of the company, but the people, they're not having it. They see through it. They feel manipulated. And Roman? He's caught in the middle of a war he never asked to fight. Then it happens. The spear. The pin. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns defeats The Undertaker. And as the Deadman's music hits, as Taker slowly walks up that ramp for what might be the last time, Roman stands in the ring. He's won. He's conquered. But listen to that reaction. The boos are deafening. Nuclear heat. The kind of heat that would break most men. The kind of rejection that would make you question everything. Undertaker leaves his gloves, his coat, his hat in the center of the ring. A symbolic retirement. And Roman? He just took the legend's soul, and the fans will never forgive him for it. Night after night after night, it continues. Monday Night Raw becomes a battleground. Roman comes out to cut a promo, and before he can even get 3 words out, the boos drown him out. Roman sucks, chants echo through arenas from coast to coast. He's booked to look strong, to overcome the odds, to be the superhero, but the fans don't want a superhero. They want authenticity. They want someone who feels real. And Roman, at this point, he's still playing the role WWE scripted for him, the smiling good guy. The politically correct babyface. It's not working. It's suffocating him. WrestleMania 34 rolls around. Roman vs. Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. This is supposed to be his coronation. This is the moment where Roman finally captures the title and solidifies his position at the top. New Orleans. The Superdome. Another massive WrestleMania stage. The match is brutal. Blood everywhere. Brock Lesnar, the beast incarnate, is unleashing absolute hell on Roman. Elbows raining down. Roman's face is a crimson mask. And you'd think the fans would rally behind him now. You'd think seeing him suffer, seeing him bleed, would turn them to his side. But no. They cheer for Brock. They cheer for the pain being inflicted on Roman. It's uncomfortable to watch. It's like witnessing a public execution. Every time Roman tries to mount a comeback, the fans boo. Every time Brock hits an F5, they explode with joy. And then, the finish. Brock kicks out of the spear. Roman can't believe it. The referee counts. Brock retains. Roman loses. Again. And somehow, even in defeat, the fans are relieved. They'd rather have a part-time champion than Roman Reigns as their hero. The months blurred together. SummerSlam 2018. Roman finally beats Brock Lesnar and wins the Universal Championship. But even that moment, that crowning achievement, it's met with mixed reactions. Some fans accept it. Others still boo. It's like he can't win. No matter what he does, no matter how hard he works, the narrative is already written in the fans' minds. Roman Reigns is the corporate chosen one. The guy being shoved down their throats. And they're going to reject him until the end of time. Then something happens that changes everything. October 22, 2018. Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns walks out, but something's different. His demeanor. his energy. He's not there to wrestle. He's there to talk. And when he speaks, the entire world stops. My name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia for 11 years. And unfortunately, it's back. The arena goes silent. Completely silent. All the boos, all the hatred, all the negativity, it evaporates in an instant. This isn't a storyline. This isn't a work. This is real life. Roman Reigns, the man they've spent years rejecting, is standing in front of them, vulnerable, human, telling them he has to relinquish his title and step away to fight for his life. You can hear people crying in the crowd. Wrestlers in the back are in tears. Because in that moment, none of the booking matters. None of the storylines matter. Joe Anoa'i is going to war with cancer. He's gone for 4 months. 4 months where the wrestling world holds its breath. Prayers, support, messages from fans who spent years booing him, now sending love and hope. And then, February 25, 2019, Raw. The Shield's music hits. And Roman Reigns walks out. He's back. He's in remission. The place erupts. Standing ovation. Tears of joy. Finally, Roman gets the hero's welcome he always deserved. But you can see it in his eyes. Something's changed. He's been to the edge. He's faced real darkness. And when he comes back, he's not the same man. For the next year and a half, Roman works. He wrestles. He's still being booked strong, but the fans are more accepting now. There's respect. But it's still not quite right. The character still feels forced. And then 2020 hits. The pandemic. WrestleMania 36 happens in an empty performance center. Roman's scheduled to face Goldberg for the Universal Championship. But Roman makes a choice. With his health history, with the risk, he steps away. He protects himself. He protects his family. And once again, he's gone. Alright, pause for just a second. If you're still with me, if you're feeling this story, do me a favor right now. Smash that like button. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Subscribe to SLAMZONE if you haven't already, because we're just getting to the most incredible part of this whole saga. Comment below and tell me when you started respecting Roman Reigns. Was it the leukemia announcement? Was it what's about to come next? I want to know. Let's build this community together. August 23, 2020. SummerSlam. The Fiend vs. Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. The match ends. Braun wins. The Fiend attacks. And then, the lights shift. The music hits. But it's different. Darker. More ominous. And there he is. Roman Reigns. But this isn't the Roman you remember. No smile. No fist bump to the crowd. No superhero entrance. This is something else entirely. This is a man who's done playing by the rules. He's done trying to be what everyone wants him to be. He walks to the ring with purpose. With menace. Paul Heyman is by his side. Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar's advocate. CM Punk's mouthpiece. And now, Roman's special counsel. The Fiend and Braun are down. Roman looks at them. No hesitation. He picks up Braun. Spear. Covers him. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is the Universal Champion. And just like that, everything changes. He doesn't celebrate. He doesn't pander. He takes his title and he leaves. The tribal chief has arrived. What happens next is nothing short of legendary. Week after week, month after month, Roman Reigns doesn't just hold the Universal Championship. He dominates with it. He's not cutting cookie-cutter promos anymore. He's speaking with conviction, with edge, with authenticity. I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. That line? It used to get booed. Now, it's the truth. And everyone knows it. He brings in GUSO, his cousin, his family. And he doesn't just ask G to join him. He breaks him down. Hell in a Cell 2020. Roman vs. G. Roman beats him. But G doesn't quit. So they do it again. Clash of Champions. I quit match. And this time, Roman forces G's brother Jimmy to throw in the towel. G has no choice. He falls in line. He acknowledges the tribal chief. And this isn't just a faction forming. This is family business. This is bloodline. Jimmy USO returns. At first, he resists. He doesn't want to bow down to Roman. But Roman doesn't give him a choice either. He systematically breaks down Jimmy too. And soon, both Usos are by his side. The bloodline is complete. And they're unstoppable. Roman defends that Universal Championship against everyone. Daniel Bryan, Edge, Cesaro, Rey Mysterio, John Cena at SummerSlam 2021, Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar. Again and again. Every defense, Roman gets more confident, more calculated, more dangerous. He's carrying WWE through the pandemic, through empty arenas, through the Thunderdome. And when fans finally return, they're not booing him anymore. They're in awe. They're chanting "Acknowledge me," because they finally understand. This is the Roman Reigns they always needed. Not the one WWE tried to force. The one he became when he stopped caring about being liked and started being himself. Title unification. WrestleMania 38. Roman Reigns defeats Brock Lesnar and becomes the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Over 600 days as champion. Over 800 days. Over 1,000 days. He's holding those titles longer than anyone in modern history. Every competitor who steps up gets smashed down. The tribal chief stands tall. And the man who was once rejected by the entire wrestling world is now its most protected, most valuable, most must-see attraction. So here we are. From the boos at WrestleMania 33 to the respect at WrestleMania 38 and beyond. From the rejected hero to the tribal chief. Roman Reigns didn't change because WWE told him to. He changed because life forced him to. Cancer forced him to see what really matters. The pandemic forced him to step away and come back on his own terms. And when he returned as the most authentic version of himself. Ruthless, calculated, family-driven, and absolutely undeniable. This is why his story matters. Because it's not just about wrestling, it's about transformation. It's about taking the worst rejection imaginable and using it as fuel. It's about becoming who you're meant to be, not who people want you to be. Roman Reigns is the final boss, the head of the table. And after everything he's been through, after every boo, every setback, every battle, he stands at the top of the mountain. Acknowledged, respected, legendary. Before you go, do me one last favor. Hit that subscribe button if this story moved you. Drop a like. Share this with someone who needs to hear about resilience and transformation. Comment below with your favorite Roman Reigns moment. And remember, here at SLAMZONE, we don't just break down matches. We break down stories. We break down journeys. We break down what makes this beautiful business so unforgettable. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this family. And always remember, acknowledge the journey. Acknowledge the growth. Acknowledge the tribal chief. I'll see you in the next one.